Hello and welcome back to our fourth video. So far, we discussed creating a spending strategy by identifying all of your expenses and income. We talked about how you can supplement your income by applying for scholarships and picking up a side hustle. We also discussed considering your financial future by setting up smart financial goals. Now in this video, what we're wanting to do is put everything together. So we're going to look at a scenario, a spending plan scenario. Turn to page 8 with me in your workbook. I'm going to read the scenario on page 8. Jasmine works part-time as a cashier at HEB. Her income after taxes is $689 a month. She works as a supplemental instruction leader at ACC and earns about $230 per month during the semester. Jasmine lives near the Riverside campus and with 2 roommates. She often covers her roommates' portion of the utilities because they never seem to have money. She's enrolled in 12 credit hours next semester. She receives the Pell Grant and a couple other need-based grants. That's money she does not have to repay. Unfortunately, Jasmine's expenses exceed her income. What is your advice? So I want you to take a look at Jasmine's spending plan on this screen, and then you have access to her spending plan and her numbers in your workbook. What would you recommend Jasmine adding, modifying, or eliminating from her spending plan so that she can get within her budget? Before we get started, I want us to talk about the semester spending plan and how it works. Now, when we first established our department in 2016, the first thing that we decided to do was create this online tool and make it available for every ACC student. Then, in order to make this spending plan work, what you'll need to do is download it, make a copy of it, and then put in the number of months that's within a semester. So for Jasmine's spending plan, she has 5 months within her semester. You'll see here that we have her monthly income. So she has the income populated from her job at HEB and as a supplemental instruction leader at ACC. Here you'll see her semester income, and that would be Jasmine's financial aid that she's receiving, her Pell Grant and another grant. Down here you'll see Jasmine's semester expenses, her tuition and fees, which is $1,020, and then she's paying a lot for books, $600 for books, and we're going to talk about that. Over on the right side of the screen, we have Jasmine's monthly expenses. She's living in an apartment with 2 roommates. She's paying about $650 a month for rent, $200 for groceries. She has a car insurance. She's setting a little bit aside for her periodic expenses. We talked about that in previous videos. And then down here you can see where Jasmine is over her budget by $2,675, which is a lot for the semester. So what we want to do is figure out how we can get Jasmine within her budget. As you can see, I've taken Jasmine's budget live. Right here we have the number of months that's within a semester, which is 5. So if you decide to use this semester budgeting tool, you'll need to put in the number of months that's within a semester in order to make it work. Looking at Jasmine's monthly income, we would not recommend that Jasmine get another job because she already has 2 part-time jobs, one working at HEB and the other as a supplemental instruction leader. So we would not recommend her getting another job, especially since she's taking 12 credit hours. Now we're going to look at some of her semester income. How can she get additional semester income? And that would be her financial aid. So we could look at a scholarship. She doesn't have a scholarship. And she has plenty of time to apply for a scholarship since the scholarship deadline is April 1st. And so we're going to be generous here and give her a $2,500 scholarship disbursement. Looking at her semester expenses, because she's enrolled in 12 credit hours, she's spending about $1,020 a semester for that. But look at how much she's spending on books. That's way too much. And so this is part of understanding resources that are available to you. So let me explain something real quick. When you complete the FAFSA and you receive the confirmation back, and if it says that your expected family contribution is 0, which means you'll qualify for the Pell Grant, at ACC you do not have to pay for books. So we're going to get rid of Jasmine's book expense here. Then we're going to go down a little further and look at her monthly expenses and see where we can make modifications or eliminations. So she's locked in a lease, so we can't do anything about her rent, with it being $650 a month. Let's look at her groceries. She's spending $200 a month on groceries just for herself. So what we would recommend is that Jasmine would take that down to about $150 a month. And where she could go to make up for that would be the food pantries. Every single ACC campus has a food pantry available. And then at certain campuses, the Central Texas Food Bank has a food distribution once a month. Now let's look at Jasmine's eating out expense. She's spending around $150 a month on eating out. And we wouldn't necessarily recommend that she gets rid of it completely. Our recommendation is for Jasmine to modify that expense. And so what we would say is just cut it in half to about $75 a month. That way she can have $25 a week to spend on eating out, and then she'll have 1 week where she doesn't spend any money on eating out. That way she'll be able to flex her financial muscles by disciplining herself. So let's take a look at her cell phone. Currently, she's spending $120 a month on her cell phone plan, and what we stated in previous videos is that we don't like to see students spending more than $50 a month on a single cell phone plan. So we would get Jasmine to pay off her cell phone if she can, taking that expense down to $50 a month. Her entertainment, she's spending $75 a month on entertainment. We would not recommend that she get rid of it completely, because when you're in school taking 12 credit hours, you're working 2 part-time jobs, you need time to be able to blow off some steam. And so we wouldn't, like I said before, recommend that she get rid of it completely, but just modify it. So we're going to take it down to $50 a month just on entertainment. So let's take a look at Jasmine's budget, what we've done so far. So far, we've done pretty good. We have her within her budget by $1,275 for this semester. But there are a couple of other things that I want to look at for Jasmine. Her car payment. Imagine if Jasmine had what we call a cash car. That's what Dave Ramsey calls it, a cash car, where, maybe a loved one had given her a car, or she saved up $2,500, $3,500 to pay for a car outright. So if she did not have a car payment, look at what happens to her budget. I'm going to get rid of that car payment, right? And she's at $2,990 for the semester. And so if she had a cash car, that could modify her insurance with her just picking up liability insurance. So we could take that down to about $65. She's an excellent driver. And because she's not eating out as much, she's not going out for entertainment as much, we could probably modify her gas for her car. Take that down to about $70 a month. And then let's see where she is. So for the semester, Jasmine is at $3,390. That's for the semester. That's what we've put back into Jasmine's pocket. And it's so important to create your spending plan for the semester. We tell you to, go through your bank statements, go through your credit card statements, look at all of your expenses, and then pop that information into our spending plan. And when you're honest about your spending, right? You're not going to just have your budget in your head, but you're going to look at every single line item on your bank statement, your credit card statement, and give an account for it in this semester spending plan. And when you're honest, like I said before, it's not going to lie to you. It's going to tell you exactly what you're doing, which is why you want to put everything in there, then go to your flexible expenses, make modifications. If you have time, apply for scholarships, pick up internships, that sort of thing, so that you don't have to take out student loans. And as you can see, when we looked at Jasmine's semester income, we did not have Jasmine apply for student loans because, you can, especially at a community college, you can look at other ways of paying for your education. So we hope that you've learned something in this first part of our taking control of your money presentation. The first part covers looking at your income, expenses, looking at side hustles, setting smart financial goals, our scenario with Jasmine. The second part of our presentation will cover how do you go about managing credit. So you want to look at that one next.